Childhood illnesses can be one of the toughest things a family can go through. Over 3,500 children are diagnosed with leukemia each year and are faced with the many hardships it brings. Taylor Kogel, a Florida State freshman and Tallahassee native, takes us along her battle with cancer.
When I was 3 years old, I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
It came out of the blue. It was a complete shock. She just had a fever, and we took her to the doctor, and the next thing I knew, we were in an ambulance on the way to Shands.
I started treatment right away, and then I went through 27 months of treatment, and then I was cancer-free by 5.5, and ever since then I still go to checkups each year. I just keep on seeing my doctor and hopes that it doesn't come back.
Taylor's leukemia diagnosis changed the way the Kogel family lived their lives. They are forever grateful that Taylor is there with them today.
I think that was the biggest thing, is that you're just going about your everyday life, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're in the hospital and just navigating a whole new path. That it was a blessing she was 3 when she went through it. But, you know, because I know she remembers some of it, but the parts that are hazy, that's okay. So I don't want her to remember all of it. It was pretty awful.
But Taylor did not let her traumatic journey through treatment define her. She wanted to do everything in her power to give back to those who are going through the same battles she conquered.
Going into my senior year of high school, I went to one of my appointments and I was talking to my oncologist, and so he gave me a whole list of scholarships that I can apply for because of all my my treatments and everything. And I told him, I was like, I just feel like guilty accepting these because it's amazing these people are giving these out, but like I'm not giving anything back.
She was sitting at dinner one night and she said, I've decided I want to start a foundation. And her younger sister said, well, that sounds fun, I want to help. So her dad and I said, you know what, then I need you to go upstairs. I need you guys to work on your 3-month, 6-month, 9-month, and 12-month plan.
We went upstairs and we came up with a list of ideas of like foundation names and just things we could do to give back, and we wrote them down in a notebook that we still have, and then after that we just decided to start the foundation.
The Kogel family put their heads together and finalized their plan of giving back. This was the birth of the FLA Foundation.
It's FLA, so it stands for Faith, Love, and Applesauce, because it's like the 3 things my mom said helped us like get through, especially applesauce, because since I was so young I couldn't swallow that many pills every day, so I took all of my medicine in applesauce. I was nervous when I launched, because I launched September of senior year, and no one I went to high school with ever knew I had leukemia. I was really quiet about it. Even some of my closest friends didn't know. So when I posted it on social media, it kind of it exploded.
Taylor's Faith, Love, and Applesauce Foundation provides Bushel of Love baskets for families at Shands battling childhood leukemia. These baskets contain blankets, Publix gift cards, cleaning supplies, applesauce, and much more.
Everything that goes in the baskets, the Bushel of Love baskets that the foundation does, represents something that was helpful to us in the beginning.
So to think that we were there before Taylor was there, so had we been there after Taylor started doing these baskets, to think that there would be a basket that has provisions in there to give us a snack or to bring some happiness and some hope, that to me, I get chills even talking about it. And not only do I think what Taylor is doing for Shands is special, I think she can take that idea and I think it's going to spread over other hospitals as well. So I'm really excited to see how she grows her program.
Included in these baskets is also an inspirational book that Taylor's mom wrote herself.
The title of the book is Faith, Love, and Applesauce that Kim wrote. They sent blogs out every day to keep everybody posted, and what happened was we'd had them printed out, 3 years worth of everyday blogs, and had them put into a book.
And Rob had always said his hope was that it could help somebody. It needed some tips and tricks about how to best navigate it, and that's really our hope, is that not just the book, but also Taylor's Foundation can help provide some of that support.
With all of the support of FSU and the Tallahassee community, the FLA Foundation has gone above and beyond its initial goals.
It's amazing. We've gotten letters back about how we put blankets in the baskets, and how my kid was getting an infusion today and he was really cold and he needed a blanket, or the applesauce has been great, or the books have helped with all of these ideas that we hadn't even thought of. It's been really nice to be able to help them.
Taylor took such a tough battle in her own life and turned it into something truly amazing that is touching many families' lives.
When I was going through treatment, not everyone I went through treatment with made it. So I am lucky enough to be here to give back to these kids, and not everyone I'm giving baskets to will make it, which is really hard, but at least they're getting something, they're getting some sort of support system.
I think I'm most proud that she decided to talk about it, because for a while she didn't want to. But she has affected and helped so many families by talking about it and giving tips and tricks on like how to kind of take that on, because it's a really hard experience.
It's part of her. I think it's part of her character, but she's never let it define her. So she's, you know, a sister, a soccer player, you know, a student, a friend, you know, she's all those things, but, you know, cancer has never defined her.
With inspiration from Taylor and her family, when life gives you apples, make applesauce. I'm Abby Gerald reporting.